about to get on the airplane and leave for Italia. And it will be the trip of a lifetime. Grazie.
So we're here at the airport, and we've been here for about 3 hours now, and we're about to take off on our trip to Italy, and I'm most looking forward to having an incredible time with my dad and my uncle and seeing the sights. It's a trip that I never thought that I would take before I was 55 years old, and I'm doing it 18 years early thanks to my lovely wife for letting me go. And thanks to Jesse's girl for making enough money for us to be able to do this. Thank you.
Dentro da noite voraz, de trás do avesso do véu, atravessa esse verso, a vontade no ar.
Alright, so here we are in Rome. What do you have to say, Dad?
I think it's a trip of a lifetime, and I can't believe we're here all together. We're going to have a great time.
Does that work? Does my hair look alright?
There, your hair looks great.
Okay, good.
Estrelas a se consumir, arde o gás que faz esta canção. Será que você vai me ouvir?
The walk from one plane to the other?
The walk, I got all my cardio in for the week. I don't even have to go up the Spanish Steps.
It was like walking all the way from Rome to Naples. This is a big airport. So we're going to get plenty of exercise. But after sitting for 10 hours on a plane, we need all the exercise we can get. So I'm ready.
This mountain on your left is the Vesuvius. I'm sure you know it.
Pienso que un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba las manos y la cara de azul. Y de provisa el viento rápida me llevó.
Is without smoke, maybe. We can say so. But it's active and it's really dangerous because it's explosive without lava, gas and ashes. And it can be very dangerous because somebody says that can change all the landscape over here. In fact, now you see a sort of two mountains, but the crater is on the right, and this crater rolled up inside the first big crater and destroyed it. In fact, the left side is the name now is Monte Somma, is a part of the old crater.
Pienso que un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba la mano y la cara de azul. Y de aprovechar el viento rápido me llevo. Y me echa a ir a volar en el cielo infinito. Volaré, oh, cantaré, oh, oh, oh.
Our first meal in Italy. Dad, what do you think of your... Is it what you thought it was going to be?
Oh, absolutely. Grilled fish.
We got pesce spada alla griglia.
I got bread.
Grilled fish. Uncle Tony has bread.
Nel blu, dipinto di blu, felice di stare lassù. Pienso que un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba la mano y la cara de azul. Y de improviso el viento rápido me llevó. Y me eché a volar en el cielo infinito. Volaré, oh, cantaré, oh.
So what was the review of our first lunch?
Very relaxing. Food was good. Good conversation.
Here's a video of Dad trying to take a picture.
Nel blu, dipinta di blu, felice di stare lassù. Nel blu, dipinta di blu.
So this is a little park in Salerno that I thought Ollie would like. They've got a train, and they've also got some little things to ride on over here.
All the different animals.
And then
Right.
it looks like over there they have a go-kart track. That's a little go-kart. They have a swing set right there for the swing set, and they have little rides with different animals on it. So I'm thinking of you, Fudgers. I love you. And this is our first foray into pizza. We got one without cheese for me because of my lactose intolerance.
Yuppie-doo, 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 yuppie-doo-doo, yuppie-doo.
So we're at Manfredi Pier, and we're about to take off for Capri. And this is our boat that is going to take us there.
Yuppie-doo, 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 yuppie-doo-doo, yuppie-doo. Very frank, full of in the air. It's penetrating far deep in my heart.
And the stars was born in the sky. Every time the day she went away.
Yuppie-doo, 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 yuppie-doo-doo, yuppie-doo. Yuppie-doo, 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 yuppie-doo-doo, yuppie-doo.
I feel the sound of 1,000 colors. We came to see the sacred love.
yuppie-doo. Yuppie-doo, yuppie-doo, yuppie-doo. Yuppie-doo-doo, yuppie-doo. Now before me a cemetery to a sea, where all the her have buried deep. And from the air, from the sand, a grand feast, where all the nation, all the world are united. Yuppie-doo, yuppie-doo, yuppie-doo. Yuppie-doo-doo, yuppie-doo.
We are on the boat
Hands inside, please.
to Anacapri. We're on the boat to the Blue Grotto. We have to get out of our big boat here. And all of us lay in this boat right here.
Here you pay the government ticket. It's a 12.50 in New York.
You got it, Tom?
I got it.
Okay, lay down.
Here we go into the Blue Grotto.
Look at my back. Look back in the water. Sit up now. Sit up. Pay attention. Look back to the water. It's the natural sunshine. This is storms. Don't touch the line. Don't touch the ground. That's why the sunshine comes in. That's why the water. 20 meters deep, 60 meters long. 2,000 years ago, this was the private swimming pool of Tiberius, the Roman emperor.
giornate sole, ma tu sole più belle me, oh sole mio.
Okay, Denise, I'm on a chairlift now, and I'm freaking out. It's beautiful, and I'm trying to get over my fear of heights. And I'm freaking a little bit. So here we are in Anacapri, and we can see all over the island.
Sotto a finestra tu ya resta.
Okay. Say hi, Los Estados Unidos. And by the way, I tend to speak Spanish to everybody here, even though they don't speak Spanish.
Tu sole più bello in me, oh sole mio, sta in fronte a te, oh sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te.
Okay, so even though I'm standing now on concrete, I'm still freaking out a bit. There's Dad taking a picture. Grandpa, tell us about your experience in the Blue Grotto.
Oh, we sang in the Blue Grotto, and we did O Sole Mio. We didn't do Isla Capri yet, though. We still have to do that before we leave the island.
This seems like a good spot to do it, Uncle Tone.
I bumped my head going into the...
Did you bump your head?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on, we got to sing Isla Capri. 'Twas on the Isle of Capri that I found her, beneath the shade of an old walnut tree. Oh, I can still see the flowers blooming round her, where we met on the Isle of Capri. Okay, that's all.
'Twas on the Isle of Capri that I found her, beneath the shade of an old walnut tree. Oh, I can still see the flowers blooming round her, where we met on the Isle of Capri. She was as sweet as a rose at the dawning, but somehow fate hadn't meant her for me. And though I sailed with the tide in the morning.
So now we're at lunch and we're having a nice antipasti with some prosciutto and melon and salami. Dad, what did you think of the chairlift?
Oh, great views. As nice as Capri is, it was much better from the top than it was from the bottom. Terrific.
Uncle Tone, how's your head from the Blue Grotto?
I think it's settling in. I think I'm going to make it through. But it was a beautiful, beautiful day. Beautiful trip.
Goodbye on the Isle of Capri. 'Twas on the Isle of Capri that I found her, beneath the shade of the walnut tree. Oh, I can still see the flowers blooming round her, where we met on the Isle of Capri. She was as sweet as a rose at the dawning, but somehow fate hadn't meant it for me. And though I sailed with the tide in the morning, still my heart's on.
Capri, what do you have to say?
I enjoyed it. We made a lot of jokes about how the places are built up and all that, but it's really, I love Capri, what do you call it, the town?
Capri or Capri Town?
Yeah, Capri town.
Dad, what do you have to say about Capri?
I was really pleasantly surprised. Everything that I had read said that it was going to be a tourist trap, and we just went there and enjoyed all of the beautiful, beautiful scenery, and it was very, very interesting to see the different shops and how they're carved into the sides of the mountain, and how every little place is used, and how they drive crazily up and down those narrow streets. It was just great. I just loved it. And we sang.
It was true. Now we're dining in this restaurant. We're in an alleyway.
Marco! Marco!
So we have ordered an antipasti with prosciutto and olives and some grilled vegetables and some sausage and some mozzarella, and we also have some bruschetta here. Bruschetta? Bruschetta. We will bon appetit. So I'm about to eat my second course, which is a veal chop, veal milanesa, and some tomatoes. The food's very good. I'm already full. I didn't need to order it, but I'm going to eat it anyway. Big score. We found Carmine through the restaurant, and he was born in Chicago and has lived here since he was 10. His uncle, we're gonna see him later, is a barber, and he, I believe, is a Sinise, which means he might even be related to us, and he's gonna show us around the town. So this is huge.
The age. Okay, this is 19. Or is it? This is Calzaretta Grazia, but there's not written when she died. This is empty.
I remember talking about the Negros.
Yeah. Supposed to be the mama.
Antoniello.
Antoniello.
Antoniello is a surname.
Antoniello.
Antoniello Vincenza. Antoniello Gerardo Vincenzo. He was born in 1918 and died in 86. Antonio depends which kind of Antoniello. Even that's Antoniello. He was born in 14 and died in 89. A small church. Well, to not walk after, we'll see with the car. And the farmers used to come up from this street, from farmland. So that goes in back of the castle. And we'll go to see after. Now we'll see if the church if it's open. If it's open, we can get a lot of information.
From what I understand, my grandmother and grandfather were married here, and then came to Chicago.
Yes, there was three periods of immigration to Chicago. There was the first at the end of the 18th century, around 1880 to 1890. The second was from 1905 to after the First World War.
So my
And the-
grandfather immigrated to the United States in 1899.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And the third was after the Second World War. This is the church where all the informations, they go back up to the 16th century. Birth certificates and everything. But it's closed. Okay. So we could come later.
What's the name of the church?
This is Santa Maria della Misericordia. It opens at, there's some meets around 6 o'clock. In Olvito, there's still big families of Calzaretta. But it depends which branch. This is it. Because we're talking about not your parents, but your grandparents.
Right.
This was once a church. There was an earthquake around, I think, the 16th century. It got destroyed. And after, it was used as a cemetery for the church. But you know, after Napoleone, he obligated that cemeteries had to be outside of the town. So the cities. Okay. The castle is from the 11th century. The tower bell is from the 10th century. Here's a small chapel for the Madonna of the Virgin Mary of Lourdes. You could go up.
Well, Carmen, I was reading last night on the internet that
Yes.
there's a lot of Virgin Mary
Tourists.
apparitions.
We passed it before. When we go back, we'll pass and I'll explain. It happened the 24th of May, 1985. There was an apparition. The Virgin Mary appeared to 12 children.
So do you like American music?
I listen to all kind of music. I don't like heavy metal only. Okay. 2:30. Okay. Here, they fix it out after the earthquake of the. Now going here, we're gonna see the view. And I'll explain. The Calzaretta family, they used to live outside. Actually, they still live outside of town. The family branch, the big branch, lives up over the side of the cemetery. Actually, where the cemetery is now. There is a very big branch of the Calzaretta family. Typically, they're still all related to each other.
What a beautiful view.
This is the view. That's the industrial area of Oliveto. These are all constructions, new constructions, because here once was all the old part of the town. All small alleys, old houses, typical like in stone like this. This is called Monte Civita in front of us. Actually, the first known inhabitants of Oliveto were over there. There was in Stone Age, there was a small village over there. You know why villages were made on high places? Because they had a good view of everything, of enemies around.
Protection.
Yes, Oliveto is rich of water, so wherever you go, there's water. Italy was Oliveto has known population since the 7th century before Christ. Yes, it has a very old history. Too bad there's a museum in the castle. It's closed. It's open in the morning, and inside there's vases, jewels, and a corredo from a tomb found in Oliveto. So we have these vases that have two kind of typologies: the Etruscan designs and the Greek influence that we had in Oliveto. Because going straight towards there, we go to the other side of the Italian coast. So this, in past time, was you call a highway, a byway to the both coasts of Italy.
Okay. What's the population of?
The population of Oliveto is almost 5,000.
Oh yeah?
It's very big, but it's a pity in these following years there will be a big immigration of the young people from Oliveto, because the zone is not having a future. Italy now is facing a crisis like in America, and who suffers are young people. I'm gonna leave Oliveto at the end of the year, and it's a pity, but when work goes down and you understand there's no future.
Right.
And I have a lot of friends, and their brothers, they are studying outside of Oliveto. They're not gonna come back to Oliveto for work. They're only gonna come for vacation. And I have around 10-15 friends, that's what they do anymore now. They just come back for vacation and they work outside.
Where will you go?
I have a girlfriend, she's Moldovan. She's Russian, so I'm gonna move by her. Okay.
That's different.
Yes. But I can let her come here, and she can only have the chance with her diploma to do the waitress in Italy. So I'll go there and I'll invest there, and well, maybe it's open. So this is going. Well, we come back down. I'll show how the town was once. This was the center. The Calzaretta family is that zone over there going up, all over there. There's a big, there are a lot of them. The typical culture of Oliveto is olives. See over there? That's all olives. Down here it's olives, over there it's olives. They produce olives. That's why it's called Oliveto.
What is the meaning of the word citra?
Citra, it's the Latin word that means lime, lemons, citrus.
Oh.
So,
like citrus.
see over there? That's the old part of the town that what's left. There they're fixing it, the old buildings that are left. So you have to imagine, before the earthquake, all over there and over there, there was these small alleys and these houses made like this. That's all old, but they got all reconstructed outside.
How much does a house cost?
Depends on the house. You can pay 80,000 to 300,000. Depends on what kind of house. If it's a villa, it's apartment. For a flat of 100 meters, you could pay. See that gateway? We passed it before. That's the stairways. From there is happens the apparitions of the Virgin Mary since 1985. There's a small chapel that they made in honor of the apparitions. After we could go see. Sorry, I'm I'm rushing. I understand, but the time is short. That's why.
We really appreciate this more than you know. This makes our entire vacation.
This was the entrance of the castle. Okay, in late, the castle passed in different owners, queens, princes, dukes. Well, in the late 30s, the people of Oliveto used to come up and hang their leather on the top of it. This was much higher. This had other 2 floors.
Oh my.
But it got damaged and they decided not to fix it because, you know, they destroyed it. And then maybe we did a mistake. Okay, well, take a view of the town. These are chambers where you used to put certainly food, surely.
What would they put in those, Carmen?
There were chambers for food, for grain, or
Oh, okay.
you know, castles. The constructions of castles, the first years in the late 8th century, were to put saved food. So after the 10th century, it became as how do you say defense. They used to use it for the defense against wars, and they got bigger. This is the above part. Here's all the new parts over there and up there. Most of the buildings here, taking the ones on the right side. The ones on the left going up, they're from 1900. So they're new constructions of
Of old houses.
Yes, of the 20th century. These houses here have at least 200 years. The one under house.
They look good for that old.
They got all reinforced and got fixed. Where you ate by my cousin's restaurant, where you were, that hall is of a part of a building of the late 17th century.
How old is the restaurant?
My cousin, his grandfather opened the restaurant in the, I think it was the late 50s, around 58, 57, around those years there. His grandfather and my grandfather were car drivers. They used to rent cars for people. They were the first people that had cars in Oliveto. Okay, this is the castle. Here they made bathrooms here. This is the part of the old floor. Now when we go up where they did the reconstruction, you can see the new. They made the same way.
When
This is history.
When my grandfather came to the United States, he was a bricklayer.
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 Ah,
And he helped to build the streets in Chicago.
okay, the museum is closed. But we could go on off. Okay, it should be open. It's open. Okay. We're lucky.
Buongiorno.
I saw the door closed. In anthropomorph designs, animal designs. I don't know if I'm saying good because
No, you're
sometimes
good. It's great.
it's 27 years that I'm in Italy.
When's your birthday?
On Halloween.
Halloween?
Yes.
1974?
73.
73? I'm
Okay.
74.
You're 74. Oh, we're the same age
Yep.
around.
February 27th.
Oh, we're close.
Yeah.
Okay. This is other tomb that they found, and these are the vases that they found inside. See the typical painting that you can find in Greek vasery. Vases.
Vassar, yeah, probably.
This is it's called Oinoche. It's black Crete, and this is Etruscan style. See, these are pens.
And they found this in 1929, it says?
Yes, it's written all, but nothing in English. This is a food dish, where you see it. See, this is our, it explains in what tomb, where it got found, in what year. There, in the museum in Salerno, they have 3 warriors that they found in tombs in Oliveto, and here it explains cinturoni sanitici, these big brown belt that they found in the tombs of these warriors. Okay. Too bad that the humidity is.
This one was before, 6th century before Christ, you said?
Yes. Okay. Now we're going to get the view on top, and this is part of a spear. This was a lamp. See the base, how they are so in good condition. Okay. Oh, this
Quarter
is
to 3.
Quarter to 3, yes. Okay. Well, now we're talking about the history of your ancestors when they were Oliveto. Hopefully, talking with my uncle, and hopefully if we get some information from the church, we'll have good information. There's not too much time to find some relatives, because surely there are still relatives living. Okay, on your signature. No, but okay, these are bronze sculptures of architects. So these were rooms and hallways. So you have to imagine these were all closed. This was a stairway, so you used to go up to the other floor. That's not here anymore. Okay. These are the 2 rooms. Here was the kitchen once. There was, over here, there was a wooden oven that they took away to show what's under. Nothing. It's kept in a pretty way too. Okay. Questa è la copertura.
Ah, copertura.
Sì, ma questa è custode che hanno fatto roba ricostruzione. Sì? Lascia la foto, ma. This is the chamber where the water is. Okay, let's take a part of the view. I have a friend, he was originally from Oliveto too. He lives in Chicago. He's coming in a couple of weeks, I think. Anthony Cacitolo.
Oh.
He's a car sailor.
What a beautiful view.
Yes. That's an ancient mill, water mill over there.
Uh-huh.
The owner lives in Chicago. He's Billy. He had owned his family owns a funeral hall. Billy.
Lego.
No.
Salerno.
No, I knew the Salerno. My cousin's married with the Salerno. Billy. Oh shit. Okay, well, I'm not gonna think about it. I'm gonna find it out.
Okay.
He came last week. He left. These are all rooms. This was all covered once. And this is the view. See all the small alleys? That's how it was Oliveto once. Store part. All these houses are closed, small alleys going up. That's the only part left.
Do they allow car traffic through there?
Yes, there no, your cars can pass. It's
Okay.
too small. But over here, yes. The center, yes.
You said that the Calzarettas were in this area here?
The Calzaretta live in that area over there. That's on there.
By the mountain?
Yes. But if we don't have a branch of the family, we can find which are the relatives that still live here. That's why I said we could talk to my uncle. He knows better. He explain everything. And if there's, and he could even bring you to the relatives.
It said here that my grandfather's name
Was
Antonello Vincenzi.
no, then we'll take a look at it.
The thing that was the mystery was that my grandmother's name was Consilia Sinise.
Consiglia is a known name in Oliveto. Colletta, Billy Colletta. The Colletta family has a funeral hall in Chicago.
They said that they didn't find any record of marriage. My
Because
grandfather and my grandmother, but they found a record of a Rosa Calzaretta.
because if it's not in the city hall, it's in the church. This is it. Because
Then I don't know who Rosa is.
it could even, the name could even be Rosa Consiglia. And they got everything got registered under Rosa Consiglia. Okay, it's closed. Let's see if
How often do people come from America
Depends.
like us and
last
be
time-
total idiots like we are and just
No,
show up and go, hey?
nobody's
No, I'm just kidding.
who looks for acknowledgement, especially acknowledgement of his origins. They're not stupid people. They're people that wants to know history.
This is
Because
beautiful.
family is history. I know about my family, and they're not originally from Oliveto. They're not even originally from Italy.
And you moved back when you were 10?
Yes. Wasn't my choice. They just said, let's go, we're going back to Italy. And my mom and father said, okay.
Chicago's a fun city.
Yes. I liked it, but, you know, young people are not allowed to go out, especially by themselves
Sure.
in Chicago. So I had only 2 older brothers, and they were only 2 and 4 years older than me. So if I used to go out, I was always with them and their friends. Or I was in the front of the house or in the garden and back. And a couple times I used to go by my friends around the block.
Do you ever go back to the United States?
I have my twin brother, he still lives there.
Where does he live?
He returned 14 years ago. There.
He was in Austin anyway.
No.
Dearborn? Does he live in Chicago?
Yes.
Oh.
No, near Niles he lives.
Oh, Deerfield.
Deerfield.
We're from Northbrook, the next town over.
And he's married and
Uh-huh.
he's 3 children, a boy and 2 twins.
That's where I grew up in Northbrook is the next town from Deerfield.
Deerlove Road, something like that. I don't know.
Probably Deerfield Road.
He used to live in by my aunt's house in North Roquito. And well, after the son was born, they decided to move over, bigger house.
I'm a singer. That's what I do in Chicago. I play in a band. And we play 170 shows a year all over the world.
It's good.
Yeah.
Make money?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It's work.
It's his full-time job.
It's his passion,
Yeah.
and it's good. I love to do commerce, but in Italy now, commerce you can't do it anymore.
So who writes all the graffiti? Is it
Youngsters.
gangs or
No.
just riffraff?
It's a stupid girl that did all this.
There's a lot of it in Salerno too. It's in Chicago. It's street gangs that do it, but
No, it's a stupid. It's a stupid group of youngsters, 3 or 4 girls. It's okay. Now see if Donner's it's a calzaretta.
is that good or bad?
No, it's good. No, it's a
You
normal
never know when
family.
you come from, you know, someplace far away. How do you know if everybody likes your family or not?
Here, there's no bad families. They're bad people that only knows how to talk, but nobody's bad.
Sure.
There's a black sheep in all the families, so nobody's perfect. And here's the apparitions where the apparitions happened.
Now, what happened?
Well, there were a group of. It was the 24th of May of the '85, and it's the feast. It's the whole holiday of the saint's owner of the town, San Macario. And there was musicians that were playing in the square. So these kids were playing around, and they just came to play hide and seek over here all together, and they saw the apparitions. They saw the Virgin Mary at the cancel. The cancel, yes. Sorry. No, sorry, at the gate. Saying it in Mary in Italian. At the gate. They saw the apparition at the gate.
Okay.
And since then, they continued seeing, and then pilgrims started coming, and then widened out, and even other people see it.
My youngest
the
son's
chapel,
birthday is the 24th of May.
it's good. His name,
Joe.
if he was born in Oliveto, you would have called him Macario.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
His name is Joe. Joseph Michael.
That's good. So see the statue is made of the description of the children that first saw it. The Virgin Mary in one apparition said that she wanted a small chapel with apparition here. So that's what they did. Okay, the church will open after 4 o'clock. So now we'll go get the cars and go by my uncle.
Okay.
So you have to have a drink under the fountain.
Sounds good.
You can say it's for the people from Oliveto. It's like holy water. Yes.
The tradition, you can't take it away.
No. You can't come to Oliveto. You cannot drink under there.
Where's the fountain?
Over there. staircase. So, as you see in summertime, people come, sit around, and most time, look at the fountain. This water comes directly from the mountain.
You'll get scurvy and die.
See, this is a symbol of Oliveto, of the stadium. First World War, the Second World War, and the earthquake of the 80s, the people that died. You can see this house over here. It has 2 frescoes.
Which one?
This over here. This house has at least 300 years old, but it's in a bad condition.
Who owns it now?
There's two families.
Calderette and Sinise.
Could be.
I don't know. I can say no. I can say yes. And there's other one over here. Okay. This is where I live. Ma può chiamarsi Gerard? Perché voglio parlare ai signori. Can you come up? Okay, let's go. She's my mom. I'm gonna let her call her my uncle where we're gonna go now. Okay, this is the house here is new, it's less than 4 years old. Over here was the other part of the old town. This got destroyed in the 83 during there was a fire. How do you call them? Where you do fuel for cars. Gas station. The gas station in town. It was a very hot summer. So while they were filling up the pumps of the gas station, it blew up. The truck blew up and the gas station blew up. So all the gasoline went in the tombs, the sewers. And my brother was here on vacation then. He used to say all the people from the town started going downtown, running down. And the tombs used to just go up and blow up. And the house got all burned, this one here. This was in 83. I know it's very tired going around. See? That's old house too.
Now, do you guys still own this? Or?
No. Oh. I only have this. My uncle has that house over there. Yes. We're talking, these are houses around 300-400 years old. That house over there has around 500 years old. Ah, yes. We have an IKEA inside in the south Salerno.
Yeah, I saw it.
This is a part of the old town. Going back from here, they're all alleys, and we can go up to the castle, to the church. Going down, we go to the low part of the town. There's a lot to see and lots. It's time that's missing. I'm trying to.
Oh, you're doing such a great job.
Qui dove il mare luccica e tira forte il vento su una vecchia terrazza davanti al golfo di Sorrento. Un uomo abbraccia una ragazza dopo che aveva pianto, poi si schiarisce la voce e ricomincia il canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto, tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue in te bene sai. Vide le luci in mezzo al mare, pensò alle notti là in America, ma erano solo le lampade e la bianca scia di un'elica. Sentì il dolore nella musica, si alzò dal pianoforte, ma quando vide la luna uscire da una nuvola, gli sembrò più dolce anche la morte. Guardò negli occhi la ragazza, quegli occhi verdi come il mare. Poi all'improvviso uscì una lacrima e lui credette di affogare. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto, tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue in te bene sai. Potenza della lirica, dove ogni dramma è un falso. Puoi diventare un altro, ma tuoi occhi ti guardano così vicini e veri, ti fanno scordare le parole, confondono i pensieri. Così diventa tutto piccolo, anche le notti là.
See, you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the left and 6 on the right. And 3 over here and 3 on top. So 12, 18 people. Whole entire family people here.
Si sentiva già felice e ricominciò il suo canto. Te voglio bene assai, ma tanto, tanto bene sai, è una catena ormai che scioglie il sangue in te bene sai.
Asparagus grow from the sides. That's it.
Chicken's feet off of
Ah, yes, chickens eat everything. You take a piece of roasted chicken and throw it, they will eat it.
These are fennel plants down here. That's the part of a Roman column.
Anche nella terra là. Sì, sì, però. They're still, the family still there.
Did you know that Del Judas is? Del Judas?
Del giudice. No.
He lived at Vernon Park and
Tu dici e io faccio.
Hope in that area.
on the south side, you know, on the 69th Street, they're all Italians over there.
Well, that's where we were from.
And then, you know, I don't know if you know the Sinise, that's my relatives.
Okay, now, my grandmother, who married Francesco Calzaretta, was Congilia Sinise.
Consiglio sinistro.
She died many years ago. I think I know her.
1963.
Yeah, she died.
The same day as Stalin.
Well, the Stalin was okay to die, but she...
He's a democratic. Worse than me.
Listen, I'm not Democrat. I'm a Republican.
Okay.
I'd like to hear that conversation.
They call him Bush.
Oh! The communists call me that, and I'm proud that they call me that. But listen, that's if I remember, the only one that I know it's this Taylor, Salvatore Calzaretta, but that wasn't related to you because he was from. His wife was from Oliveto and he was from Conturso. Ma I Calzaretti ci stanno tanti, quindi non so se c'è quella famiglia bene loro.
Perché
What was your grandfather's name?
Francesco.
Francesco Calzaretti.
Francesco was born in 1877, and he married Contiglia, and he went to the USA in 1899.
But at the same time, my uncle. I don't know if you ever heard of Tony Sarro. He was a
Yeah,
barber.
yeah. Oh, yes.
That
Tony
was my
Sarro?
Sardo.
Oh,
Sarro.
Sardo.
Sarro.
Sardo.
Sarlo.
No, this was Sarro, doppio R.
Sardo.
S-A-R-R-O.
Okay.
Sarro.
Sarro.
My father, Joseph Sarro, they used to work at Crane Company. My father, my uncle was a barber. But they used to live on the north side. See, my uncle used to live on North Avenue and Grand Avenue and Cicero.
See, now my mother's father was Gennaro Lenzo.
Lenzo.
And my grandmother was Teresa Fasano.
Fasano is not from Oliveto. That's not
No, they're from
They were
Salerno.
Salerno, or either from
Campania. Campania.
Campania. I Fasani, sì, a Campania stanno i Fasani.
Pure Cogliano.
Cogliani ci stanno i
Lenza,
Fasani. Pure Cogliano per here.
Lenza, Condursi e
Oliveto
Cogliano.
no. Calzaretta, there's a lot of Calzaretta over here. There's a friend of mine, they live right over here. There's a lot of Calzaretta.
O troppo un cimitero.
Un terzo mondo che chiama.
Siamo stati
We
un
call it
cimitero.
the third
Over
world.
the cemetery, we call it the third world. The third world.
Because they live under the mountain. They tease them and they get mad. They're nice people. There's a lot of Calzaretta over there.
And,
now, if you, when in genere presso, the Monaco come questo.
Non lo so, qui il discorso è chi domanda, perché un prete non c'è.
No, un prete che sa.
No, poveri, i dati ancora
il
in
problema è un
chiesa.
altro, che i vecchi sono tutti morti.
Chi deve?
See, all the old people, they're all dead. I used to have a relative of mine, un padre di squilli. When they used to come, years ago, a lot of Americans like you came here. This old man, he knew everybody. We said, I know where he lived in their house. The house is not there no more. You know, that's, see, from 1800, my ancestor, because my great-grandfather died in Chicago.
Yeah.
When they went there, the town changed 3 times. Where their ancestor lived, there's nothing there. When he seen the house, he goes, it's not, probably you heard of him, the Caputo.
Oh, yeah.
When they were from Oliveto. They come here, they used to be friends of
The
mine.
grocery store, they had a Caputo's grocery store over here, and a Casio grocery store over here.
Yeah, Caputo. There was a lot of Caputo.
Yeah.
See, they before the earthquake, they used to come over here. They want to know about their family and everything. They used to come to me here all the time. They knew. They say, go by Jerry Sar, American. They go American. You know, because I grew up in America.
Sure, sure.
I'm here because my father was dying with cancer. Otherwise, I'd still be there. He was dying with cancer. I came here and then I couldn't leave my mother. You know, as Italian people, we're close with family. But my father lived in America for years, all his life. He came here when he was 69 years old. But my brother was here.
And where did you live? On Lexington?
No, I grew up there, but I used to live with my uncle on Cicero and Grand Avenue. But last time I used to live on Urinary Park. But I used to work in Addison. I was a barber too. I used to work in Addison as a barber.
Cicero and Grand Avenue.
Yeah.
How long ago?
About 40 years ago. I've been here now 35, 36 years. I lived there about till 19, when my son was 71, I lived there. I lived in Cicero then. Cicero.
See, my wife's family, Benny Latto was a shoemaker, lived at around Cicero and Grand Avenue.
Yeah, there was Polish and Italian people. There.
Yeah.
So, you know who was from there? Remember, I don't know if you're a baseball fan. Bill Scarron, remember Bill Scarron?
Yeah.
He used from there,
We
and
went to the
Kim,
same high school.
Same school.
and then you lived from. He was from their neighborhood.
Yeah.
And Kim Novak was from there. I remember when her father was in pension. They had a party in the Lions Ballroom on North Avenue, where North Avenue and Grand Avenue
Right.
cross. There used to be a Lions Ballroom, and she was there because she came for her father. She was from their neighborhood too.
Yeah.
Then
Novak
she
is still on.
moved out to St. William's Parish near between Oak Park and on Oak Park Avenue.
There's on North Avenue and Laramie, you mean?
Well, Oak Park.
In Oak Park or on
No,
Oak Park Avenue?
Oak Park Avenue.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah,
Yeah.
because their neighborhood, I know all of it.
So now your godfather was who though? And
My godfather was Joe Caglianese.
Giuseppe Godet, but Caglianese is a big family. She's a Caglianese.
Mamma è Tuziana era.
She said,
No, chi è Suziano?
Ero Tuziana, ero padrino.
and he owned a grocery store on Taylor Street.
But I used to live there. I know all the Taylors. Listen, I know from Cicero to Allsted. I know because I was young there. We used to go on Taylor Street to eat the melons there. I know all of it. Because
did you know Mario from Taylor Street, Mario DiPaolo for the Italian lemonade stand?
But I used to make a lemonade in Cicero. Did you ever hear Freddy's lemonade? In Cicero on 61st Street. I used to own that.
I bought my building because I'm a singer, and I had an old girlfriend. I used to live by Belmont and Halstead, and an old girlfriend said, I have to take you to Taylor Street to get lemonade from Mario's. I said, I'm not driving all the way. And finally she said, just come. And I said, okay. And I tasted it. This is good. And so I kept coming back every night that I didn't have a show because it felt good on my throat. And then I finally bought a building there. There were no buildings for sale. And I asked a realtor, I said, if anything ever comes up for sale, call me, because it's the old Italian neighborhood. It was passed on. He calls me one day. He says, you want your building? I said, yeah. I said, what happened? He said, father and son own this building. The father had a heart attack on the front steps and died, and the son never wants to go there again. You want to buy it?
But
And
on
I
Taylor
said,
and
yeah.
West, a lot of time they used to live there. Lullo. Lullo used to, Joe Lullo. I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard. Joe Lullo used to come to my house all the time.
Family used to talk about Lulu all the time.
Yeah, well, Lullo's the biggest family from Moravian, big there too. That's why.
I saw them.
Joe Lullo, he was a wealthy man. He had 5 buildings.
Yeah.
He came from Italy. He was the richest of the working that was in America. But he had 6, 7 kids. I know them all of them. They sold everything one day because the neighborhood changed. They sold everything. But did you ever hear? This guy he was in the army. He was a good friend of mine. His name was Checo Cardo. And he used to work on Marol. He used to live on West, but that's many years ago. I don't think they live there no more. They called me from Chicago. They say that they had a big party, not from Halstead all the way to Ashland. Neighborhood party. You know what they call it?
Oh,
They
Fest
call it
Lockdown, yeah,
Black Party.
yeah, Street Fest.
See, they keep me up. See, I have friends of mine. They call me and they let me know what's happening in Chicago.
Did you know D'Ambrosio in West Chicago Forest?
D'Ambrosio.
D'Ambrosio.
West Chicago, Frank D'Ambrosio.
I heard of him. I don't remember if I heard of him. His name.
In fact, when
You remember? You ever hear the Capetta? The Capetta.
Oh yeah.
They're all dead. I think. The one of the
They were all from that same neighborhood where we lived when I grew up.
Capetta, he said funeral home on Roosevelt and Austin. But he died. The sons have it. Another one he used to have it on North Avenue. He called me up a couple of years ago, but he was in their home. They're dying. I think he died. They used to call me up, but see, I grew up there, and we were friends. When I lived in America, all the young people, 10 people, used to come to my house. It was a get-together at my house. But the Calzaretta, I'm saying it's a big family. If we had older people, voi parlate inglese, no? Ci sto spiegando, se c'erano qualcuno anziano, i vecchi sono morti, non sanno quelli che sono fatti. Se c'erano i vecchi, come c'erano prima, io me la sapevo spiegare, capito? But this is the problem. The old people are all dead now, and there's nobody I can talk to. The Calzaretta, on 69th Street, we live.
L'ultimo calzaretta che potevi sapere era Onofrio Calzaretti. Forse tu potevi sapere qualcosa.
Chi è questo?
Onofrio Calzaretti, chi è che si usa il suo nome?
Ma non so, sai chi potesse andare là?
You remember Frank You remember Father
Qualcuno di
Angel's?
calzarette i vecchi, sai, non so
Del
che
vecchio?
Chi è più l'unico che conosci è un altro calzeretto, che con figlio faceva l'infermiere.
Ci capite? Mi sente, ma per esempio, Giuseppe Lull del Levantello Street, the daughter came a couple of times here. And then I found out she was looking for her mother's family. And then I found out who they were. After she went back to America, you know the one, the woman that worked in this Gopo municipio, I couldn't, not I didn't know that. I found that later. I found out later after she went back to America with the father family I knew they were, but the mother family, because their mother I didn't even know. When I went to America, she already died. And there was the family were here. There's a lot of family. The same thing with you. So calzerate now. If we could find an older person, what we sing with him, we would find. But we don't know who they are. The calzerate. There's over here. Now, there's a calzerate right over here. But they're tutto giù.
Non si sa, cioè, the oldest has your age around.
See, they're all young. See.
If his father was still alive, he had around 100. He could know something.
In Gopo Comune aiuta.
Aiuta in Gopo Comune. A chiesa, e a chiesa può trovare tutto. Però a chiesa, il prete non c'è.
In vacanza.
No, è con l'azione cattolica fa la scuola. No, è per tornare a fine settimana.
Are you going to go back? You going to leave or leave?
Yeah, we're going to go back, and we're going to Rome tomorrow.
E già avete paura, ricette?
Ma io quello
all
stai
of our
pensando.
people from St.
You leave
Mary
me
Mount Carmel High
the dates.
Church.
As soon as the
67th and
priest
Wood.
is back,
Yeah, I remember the
I'll go to
So we had all
the church.
the festivals and
yeah,
parades.
but they have it in Chicago.
We'll
They have it in
search.
Chicago Ridge now.
All the
I was in Chicago
information,
not too long ago.
and we'll
Maybe
try to
next year I'll
find
come to
even
America.
eventually his brothers.
It's a long time. I
who
used to
they
go
are.
every year.
Okay.
I used to come go back.
That's great.
No,
So,
I
like
wasn't
that
once,
way, we
about
can
16,
find out
17 years ago.
who are the relatives
Next
still
year we plan to go
living
in May.
Sure.
here.
It used to be my wife. She's scared of planes.
Sure.
When she
No,
was
that'd
young,
be
she was good. Now she's
amazing.
old. She's scared of planes.
The only thing that can be
I
done
go
for
by
now.
myself.
Sure.
No, I go with another
Yeah.
friend of mine.
Because
once
there was
he's
a
never been there.
priest.
He wants to go.
There was no problem.
But
He's not
Carmel,
here.
Listen, did you ever hear John D'Ambrosio? He used to be a politician. He used to be a Republican in Chicago. One of the Republicans. He used to be mayor that many years. That's 1,000 years ago. The Republic, in Chicago, never see a Republican mayor. You never know. That could happen. But in Chicago, I don't think so.
So does Olivito have a big feast or festa?
We had
a Sunday.
Sunday was the most important religious feast in Oliveto.
Which one is that?
It's the Madonna della Consolazione. Now when we go back, we're gonna stop by the church that we saw going up. That's called the Madonna della Consolazione.
They used to collect the money in Chicago. When I was over, they used to collect this.
The most important and field from the population.
Where do you live now?
Because it's the last religious
suburb of
festivity
Schaumburg.
in Oliveto of the
I've been
year.
there many times.
It's
I'm
3
alone.
years, so
Yeah.
it's 3
Right.
days.
Right down the
Friday
street from it
is
on
the market,
Algonquin Road.
there's a
I still
flea
have
market.
relatives that work in Motorola. I worked
Saturday
with- the
there's
only
a
factory I
procession
worked
from
when
the
I was
church
young,
down
was
there
Motorola
with the
and-
statue
and,
to the main square, to the main
Cicero Avenue in
church.
Austin.
Okay.
And Sunday
Okay.
there's a
Years ago, that's-
procession
I'm going back to
around
maybe
town,
56.
around the center.
Then if they,
And at
then I was a
night
barber.
there's
I
fireworks,
left.
there's
I didn't fire me, I left.
Went to
musicians
Weber High
that
School.
they
I've
play.
worked in
There's a
Central.
band that plays with
used to be
during the
beautiful
procession.
place.
It's the most
It's a-
important.
it's terrible.
Then we
Well,
have
my
San
wife-
Macario.
My wife came to America. and she
It's the
still- she
24th.
loved
It's the
America.
23rd.
I do too.
It's the
I'm proud to be an
22nd
American. They call me
market.
American. One guy says, "You don't
23rd,
live in-"
the
No, I said, I'm
procession
proud
to
of
the
it. I wasn't in the
chapel,
army,
to
but I did everything in
the
America.
town. And
I know everything about the United States.
and the 24th, there's a procession of the statue in the town.
United States.
And then at night there's a festival, there's
A lot of people
musicians, there's the band, fireworks.
Do people come out and make food on the street and stuff?
No,
on it?
not anymore.
No.
country.
Not anymore. But there,
really
you know,
the only
there's
country
two sauce,
that's-
sausage,
That's really
peppers,
free.
sandwich, sandwich peppers,
There's a democracy, but
sausage
democracy
sandwiches.
is-
Sorry.
Listen,
Well,
Italian people,
there's-
Europeans,
yes,
they don't
there's
have the
very
democracy in their
people.
heart.
The lambs,
in the hair, not in the heart.
they eat it on Easter.
Born with the
No, no, not lamb. Clams.
Ah, clams. No,
They're the best people in the world.
clams go
Used to-
eating.
I don't say
At the
that
festivals that we
That's
had
what I feel.
at the church,
That's why it's called me.
they would have a big
basically
stand
think it's
and they had
American,
fresh
don't do it in front of me, but I get
oysters.
mad. Because they don't know what they're
And
talking
shuck
about.
the oysters.
It's
Eat
great
them
people.
raw.
If the president
I don't
said the
go
American
crazy
people
for
got a
seafood.
sacrifice, they do it, and then they'll say nothing. Nobody coming over here. Nobody wants everything was nothing, something for nothing.
Clams for
That was the
fish
president. Everybody
food
says good. I don't
goes
like
for
it. But if I was
tradition
there, I
in
wouldn't want
Italy.
to
Goes
I'm a
eaten
Republican though.
on
Christmas
No,
Eve.
I'm not going to criticize it because I don't live there.
For many, many years, we held the same tradition. You know.
Yes.
It can never be-
David
it's
would
just-
make fish.
Listen,
and,
politicians promise a lot.
we would have
They don't do nothing.
Christmas Eve dinner.
But I got to be honest with you.
This is my Italy version of Mario's. It's half lemon, half watermelon sorbet.
A friend had a villa, so we stayed at the villa.
In Tuscany, where?
Not too far from Lucca and Siena, that area.
Well, the place are very
We're now
Yeah.
leaving Salerno on our way to Naples to catch the train to Rome. This is just a little view
That's
from
what
the
I
car
was
ride.
wondering, what the climate is like.
So here we are in Naples at the train station, and this is right in the heart of downtown Naples.
A boy went back to Napoli because he missed the scenery.
So we are at the Naples train station, and I wanted to take a picture of the train that we're going to ride to Rome. So here it is,
Mambo Italiano, hey, hey, mambo. Mambo Italiano, go, go, go. You mixed up a
So we've arrived in Rome. We just got off the underground subway from the train. Lots of steps, but through my expert navigation, I have left us off approximately 50 yards from our hotel. Okay, so we're about to have our first meal of the day in Rome. It's lunch, and we're sitting right in the center of town. And our hotel is just down the street this way. Alright, so our first day in Rome, Uncle Tone, can you sum up our Salerno experience and what you're looking forward to in Rome?
Salerno was more personal, well, not just Salerno, but Loveto. It was more personal, it was, you know, more family oriented. Rome, to me, is sightseeing. The Colosseum, the Forum, the St. Peter's. So I'm looking forward to seeing it again because I've forgotten a lot of it. I'm happy to be here in Rome with you guys.
And Dad, sum up your Salerno experience and what you're looking forward to in Rome.
Well, if I haven't said it already, I think that the way that you planned the trip was super because it gave us the time in Salerno. It was a little bit open-ended so that we could get adjusted to the climate, get adjusted to the people, get adjusted to everything. And we weren't immediately going into museums and things like that. We were more interested in the culture and the people. And that was just so great. And I think that the stuff that we see today and tomorrow in Rome will help put a lot of that into perspective for us. And I think as we go on to Florence and to Venice, we will have had a real cross-section of the Italian culture. It was interesting that the driver who took us to the train station this morning from the hotel said that he was from Naples. He tried another city, but he didn't like the people there. He said it was very difficult in Florence, and so he went back to Naples. He said, I like it because it's more laid back and it's more easygoing, and the people are more reasonable. So it'll give us an opportunity to see all the different types of culture, and I think it'll be just a fantastic experience. So even if this guy's not from Rome, you have to learn how
This is our first attempt at eating light in Italy. Uncle Tone is just having a light lunch of some prosciutto and melon. And the review?
So far, so good.
Dad ordered some eggplant parmesan.
Oh, melanzane.
Nice. And I ordered a mixed seafood salad. We have some nice bread on the table with some olive oil, and that's going to be our lunch.
Ai suoi anni nemmeno sagliette, tu sai addo. Addo sto cuore in grado che io dispietto, farmene un po'. Addo lo vogo coce ma se foglie, te lascia sta. E non te corda piesse, non destruye, solo a guardare. Yamme, golpa, yamme, golpa, yamme, funiculi, funicula, funiculi, funicula, golpa, yamme, funiculi, funicula.
So we are in the subway in Rome. I wanted to show Ollie what the subway looked like. It's an underground train, Ollie. And we're about to take the Metro A to Termini, which is where the train station is, that we got off on, and we're going to the National History Museum. See the stops along the way. So we're at Barberini, and we're just going 2 stops to Termini.
So the train is now arriving.
Here you go, Oliver. This is a subway train coming in. Coming this way. The sign that says it all. We couldn't figure out how to get in, and now we know.
Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, la cina e l'onda, prospero il vento. Sul mare luccica l'astro d'argento, la cina e l'onda, prospero il vento. Venite all'asilo e barchetta mia, o Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Venite all'asilo e barchetta mia, o Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia.
And these busts are from the Second Triumvirate in 43 BC.
Con questo zeffiro così suave, oh come bello star sulla nave. Con questo zeffiro così suave, oh come bello star sulla nave. Su passeggeri, venite via, o Santa Lucia, Santa Lucia. Su passeggeri, venite via,
toy store, and Ollie would be in heaven. We have an Audi, a Peugeot. Here's 2 smart cars, a Lexus, a Mercedes, a Maserati. Here's all the motorcycles. More motorcycles. I think this would be your last stop, Ollie. I don't think you'd go sightseeing anymore with me if you found this place. There's a truck. A Ducati motorcycle. Here's a Ferrari.
Yeah.
Here's some Italian transportation vehicles. Police vehicles. There's more cars for you, Ollie. There's a Porsche.
Got a Lamborghini here.
Slug blue one. Lots and lots of cars, Al. There's an old one. This is pretty cool. Here's a Vespa scooter. More Vespa scooters. And then there's this whole wall of cars. They're expensive though, buddy. Daddy and Crappa wouldn't be able to eat if we bought you these tonight. And here is a train set out. It's a little village. Bridge. There's a tunnel. For you, Ali, on a transporter nonetheless. About to go into the Basilica Santa Maria degli Angeli e di Martiri, and we are in the Piazza della Repubblica. here's the synopsis of what we're about to do. This is called the Dolce Vita Stroll, and this is the city's chic stroll from Piazza del Popolo down a wonderfully traffic-free street section of Via del Corso and of Via Condati to the Spanish Steps each evening around 1800, which is 6 o'clock. We're leaving earlier because we probably plan to visit the Ara Passis, which closes at 7 o'clock.
Also, I wasn't as pleased with the show itself that we were doing. Like, they didn't mark it on the show.
I don't suppose I can talk to you.
Just a light
Yeah, that's less than a pound. Yeah, I didn't want to get mine in there.
Pienso que un sueño parecido no volverá más. Y me pintaba las manos la cara y de provisa el viento la vida me llevó y me hizo volar en el cielo infinito.
Okay, so this is the mausoleum of Augustus. Guidebook made it sound like it was open for us to go in, but it is clearly not. Looks like it's being restored though, which looks like it angers some people because there's all kinds of these little signs out here. Which is all somewhat interesting. If you haven't cooperated, please turn back. Beer and cigarettes, the start and the end. Gypsy. This is not a football game. I'm sorry. How you doing? Barefoot. So it turns out that the artist of that exhibit was actually standing there, and I met him and got a little admission ticket that he made, and that was his description of modern Rome.
Y me llena a volar en el cielo infinito. Volaré, oh, cantaré.
So we're approaching another piazza. It is 7 o'clock, so you can hear the bells ringing. Art gallery.
Dentro da noite voraz, de trás do avesso do véu, atravessa esse verso a vontade no ar. Tua, só tua, dentro da noite feroz, no breu das noites brancas de hotel, no clarão, no vasto, no bar, no vão, no não, na multidão. Só tua, dentro da noite fugaz, estrelas a se consumir, arde o gás que faz esta canção. Será que você vai me ouvir? Só tua, na areia, na neve marinha, no dentro do dia. Tua, na areia, na neve marinha, no motor do dia. Tua, só tua, só tua.
Aí a educação pegar no personagem. Mas não é isso. É o você viu?
This is Piazza Novano. Oh wow. Just impressive. I don't know what any of this is, but it's really old. And it's really impressive. Street art.
Oh yeah.
And now, after years of going to Las Vegas, I can finally see what they're trying to imitate. So we've been on a quest to find this restaurant, and we've finally found it. It is Le Orso 80, and it's an antipasta restaurant. You're supposed to go and just say antipasti, and they're supposed to just start bringing little appetizer type foods and having some fun. So we found it. We asked about 5 police officers that weren't very helpful, and finally we went to the butcher shop. So this is where we're going to eat. We found it on my iPad with Eat Rome. Okay, so we have found our restaurant. It's an antipasti restaurant where we're going to sample a lot of different things. Dad, tell us about your first day in Rome.
I guess I'm overwhelmed by the number of people from different countries all converging on this one place. And it's just fascinating when we go to the various plazas, piazzas, and we see people from every country that you could imagine, all taking pictures and gesturing, and just amazing. So I'm looking forward to our tours tomorrow, where we do the formal kind of things. Today was one of those adventures where let's try this, let's try that, let's see where we're going to go, and let's see what we find. And that's what led us here. Neat stuff.
Uncle Tom?
Well, not to repeat anything.
Go ahead.
I just love like the square. The squares where all the people congregate, and these little, what I would call alley restaurants. I just think everything's so quaint and so neat, just neat.
Excellent.
I love it.
Our antipasti has begun to arrive. We've got melon, prosciutto. We've got grilled zucchini, grilled eggplant. That's zucchini. Some mushrooms. That looks like some lamb.
No, questo qua. Gioli di qua. E poi pesce di là.
And the food keeps on coming out.
Thank you. Senti, vieni un attimo, ti dico una cosa.
Grazie.
Grazie.
Frittata, se metti frittata intera, così porti. Sì, ma dentro già, sì. Perché non c'è spazio. Ok.
Can't believe how much food there was. And I tried everything that I could eat, and there were still 4 plates that I hadn't gotten to, and I just couldn't put any more away. And we've drunk 2 bottles of water because everything is so delicious and it needed some washing down. And now the walk home will be absolutely terrific.
Uncle Tone, the review of the antipasti.
I think I should have had a full dinner because there wouldn't have been as much food with the full dinner. But this was wonderful. Just everything was cooked to perfection. It was just ideal. What I was looking for, something lighter than and it was great. Too much food for me though.
Cerco l'estate tutto l'anno e all'improvviso eccola qua. E lei è partita per le spiagge e sono solo qua su in città. Sento fischiare sopra i tetti un aeroplano che se ne va. Azzurro, il pomeriggio è troppo azzurro e lungo. Per me mi accorgo di non avere più risorse senza di te. E allora io quasi quasi prendo il treno e vengo da te. Ma il treno dei desideri nei miei pensieri all'incontrario va. Sembra quando ero all'oratorio con tanto sole tanti anni fa. Quelle domeniche da solo in un cortile a passeggiare. Ora mi annoio più di allora, neanche un prete per chiacchierare.
azzurro. Il pomeriggio è troppo azzurro.
How's the gelato? Which one did you go to? Oh, okay.
Make it mine.
I am now about to eat my 78th gelato. So good. I don't know what I'm going to do when I'm back home and I can't have 2 of these a day. Sometimes 3. Here's me thinking of Adrian. This is a gelato and pizza place on the street. There's an example of some Italian pizza.
There they lie in the fountain, somewhere in the heart of Rome. Which one will the fountain bless? Which one will the fountain bless? 3 coins in the fountain. Through the ripples how they shine. Just one wish will be granted. One heart will wear a valentine. Make it mine, make it mine, make it
Here it is.
Which one will the fountain bless? Which one will the fountain bless? 3 coins in the
So this is the scene at approximately 10:30 in the evening.
Each one seeking happiness, thrown by 3 hopeful lovers. Which one will the fountain bless? 3 hearts in the fountain, each heart longing for a song. There